Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to episode 4, kind of a impromptu episode start here, but I have been back at temple trekking. I've been doing a little bit of it, and I've kind of made a decision. I was initially planning on doing temple trekking to get some watermelon seeds for farming, but the thing is, you just don't get very many watermelon seeds per trek. It's only 2 to 6 for the blue tokens, and that means I essentially have to do 8 temple treks just for one farm run, and that's not really going to be a good option in my opinion. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be spending these on silver bars and trying to find out a different way to get farming XP, probably just killing monsters through Slayer and getting herb seeds and sticking with herbs as my primary way to level up farming. The first out of a long line of quests that I will be doing for agility XP is just about to be finished, and this is the tourist trap. Because I want a quest to get 52 agility, because agility below 52 is just pretty much death. And so I will be using my reward XP from this quest all on agility. And so that'll get me like 9k agility XP and a couple levels up to 45. So I do have to get to 52, which is another 60k XP, but I do have it all planned out, all the quests I'm going to do. So one of them was one small favor. Anyway, let's get started. I've had to do a couple of quests to finally get to this point, but I'm finally ready to do Cabin Fever, which is awesome. Not only for the agility XP reward, but I had to do this quest anyway. By the time I get 58 Slayer, I will be coming here for a black mask, since of course you need to kill K4s to get them. But I'm also doing this quest just because I think it gives like 8k agility or something, and there's not a whole lot of quests that give a decent amount of agility XP, so I was all over this one. If we can actually get our reward here, and that is Cabin Fever. And I also got 7k smithing and 7k crafting, which are very useful skills to get XP in as well, but the only level I got was the agility. Wow, I just got 50 defense doing this task of jungle horrors, and I gotta say, these things have really good drops for Ironman. I'm getting like pineapples, T-clogs, naturins. I really like this task. I was surprised. I thought this task would be awful, because I'd heard some pretty bad things about this task and how it's really annoying and all, but now that I completed Cabin Fever, I've unlocked these and also Cave Horrors. I just need to get to 58 Slayer to actually kill those, which I'm really looking forward to. Finally, time to upgrade Slayer Masters, because I just got that 75 combat off of that last defense level, so hopefully I get something good from Sheldar. I think there's only 2 or 3 tasks that are so bad that I would have to cancel, and I'm really hoping I don't get one of those, but Harpy Bug Swarms is actually a good task. They are pretty decent XP in the current game. Who would have known? And they also are pretty good medium clue skull droppers, although I don't think I'll be doing one of those even if I get it. So I've been grinding out temple trekking for a while. I'm nearly maxed 5 out of the 6 people. I haven't even started on one of them, but let's reap the rewards of this. 14 medium, 18 small, and 8 hard reward tokens. And I've also been like using tomatoes to heal the people during temple trekking instead of my normal food, and that's really helped out quite a bit. So I'm going to open up all these reward tokens and I'll see the loot that I get, and hopefully this adds up to be quite a bit. This took about a little bit over an hour, but I was letting my NPCs attack some enemies so they could level up a little bit as well. Okay, opened up all the reward tokens and I got 300 watermelon seeds, and I will be using all these for farming because I still have to get up to 63 farming to be able to do Branches of Darkmare, which means I'm going to need some way to get a good amount of farming XP. Watermelons are 54 farming XP per pick, which is actually quite a bit considering you're picking like 10 of them per patch. This is only enough for about 13 runs of farming because you use 3 seeds per patch, and there's 12 allotment patches, or 8 allotment patches in total, so you do use them up pretty fast, but hopefully this will get me a good amount, and I might have to do another couple hours of temple trekking to get myself enough seeds for level 63 farming, but I'll be working on it. I'm going to be getting another stat to 50 here, one that is really taking a long time to level up. There we go, level 50 farming. I'm really hyped for this one because, well, I get to plant Aventos, and I have a few Aventos seeds in my bank, so I guess that's kind of cool, but farming is just a really slow skill. In my opinion, originally I said Hurdler was the most difficult skill in Ironman. I've changed my mind. Farming is the most difficult skill on Ironman, so every single level you get in that, it really takes quite a few farming runs to achieve, and I'm proud of it. We are here at the Fremennik divination spot for another monumental achievement. Well, maybe not that big, but I'm going to be getting another 50 skill, and this is divination. I would like to go for the 50 skills cape, although I have absolutely no idea how I was going to get 50 summoning. I would have to get really high combat skills to get 50 summoning, so I'm probably not going to be getting that 50s milestone cape anytime soon, but it would be cool just to get most of these skills up to around the 50 range, and the few that I have left really won't be very hard to get up there. I'm continuing with the recent trend of getting skills up to level 50, and Actually, I could go for level 50 fire making as well. I'm almost there. Might as well go for it. But there's level 50 prayer. Pretty nice to get that one, just because prayer, of course, is one of the harder skills to train in the game. But the grind for 70 is going to take a long time, man. I don't know how I'm going to get that one done, but I'll work on it. And only about 10 minutes later, after the last clip, we get... Oh, well, I guess it was one more log. We get 50 fire making, and that is not bad. Another 50 skill to go. Let's see. I mean, I'm not really sure why I'm, you know, kind of somewhat going for this 50s cape, even though I'm not going to be getting 50 summoning anytime soon, but I do want to get every other skill to 50. The next one I'm going to be going for is construction. And no, that's not a joke. I actually am going for 50 construction after this. I have a plan for it. It should only take a couple hours because gathering the logs is going to take a while, but once I already have them, then construction is really fast. I do need about 400k cash to turn all of my logs into planks once I actually obtain the logs. I haven't quite done that yet, but that will be the next step. I have to get the cash first though, and one thing that I can do is I can sell these tiaras to the general store, so I'm going to be doing that really quickly, just sell all of them, and they're not worth a whole lot, only 30 GP each, but it did get me over 400k cash, which I needed. And if cash gets desperate, I have about like 250, 300k worth of stuff in my bank that I can allocate any time. So I've spent quite a bit of time just chopping oaks. Somehow I found a world at this place at Cabbage Face Punch without any bots or even any legit players here, which is really quite odd to find. But I deposit that. I have 1,612 oak logs that will get me to 50 construction. Now it's time to turn them all into planks, and if my math serves me correctly, it should take about 395k. So I do have the cash for it. It's going to take a while, but let's go for it. So it has been a long journey to get here, and it pretty much took me a good portion of the day because I had to cut all of these oak trees, and then I just ran to and from the bank, turning them into planks while I went into my house as well. But there we go, 50 construction, and that means I can make a portal room now, which is really handy, especially after I complete Desert Treasure, 4 Barrows runs and all that. Really looking forward to it, and I also spent all my cash. Look, I have 2k left. So maybe I need to do some Slayer, try to get some rune items, and make some money back. So I have a daily challenge here, which is Steel Burial Armor, and I've been working on gathering the supplies for it, which included, you know, mining some coal and iron. And while doing that, well, I have all the iron I needed, but I mined a little bit extra iron, and there we go, 50 mining. That's really cool to get. All these 50 skills that I've shown in this video, these are all in one day. Yeah, I've been going hard today. I'm also watching the opening game for my Trailblazers, so let's go. I'm really hoping they win, although they're kind of like down by 10 points now. But hopefully that goes better. Anyway, I'm off to do the Steel Burial Armor, and hopefully I'll gain a smithing level or 2 from that as well. And I am just about done with my daily challenge here, which was making the steel ingots. Took a little while to gather all the materials from it, but hopefully I get a nice juicy amount of smithing XP and also some rewards from turning this in. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I get a lot of smithing XP, 11k. You know, that's pretty fair. We got another smithing level, up to 53 smithing, which is, you know, kind of crazy considering it's a buyable skill and this is an Ironman account. And 4 runite ore out of the reward bag, not really very useful at all because it doesn't allow for very much, and I'm nowhere near the smithing level to craft this and probably won't be for a long time. Oh well, time to move on to my next challenge, which is Wilderness Agility Course. And turning in the agility challenge, hopefully this will get me an additional level, 9k XP, that should do it. So I'm up to level 54 agility. I still need to get, I believe, 3 more for Regicide, so I will have to head back to that wilderness course, but I'm going to save that for another day. It is time to AFK some fishing because I am almost out of food, and one thing that I also want to make as my goal is I want to unlock monkfish, so I might spend the next day or 2 questing to get Swan Song complete and unlock the Piscator's fishing colony so I can get monkfish, because in all honesty these salmons really just are not cutting it food wise because my health is getting too high, and lobsters take a long time to catch and monkfish take about the same time as I can remember and heal more. I decided to alch a few things in my Slayer tab, and I'm already up to 95 mil in my coin pouch. That's not bad. Pretty good start, I would say, and hopefully I'll make a bit more as I continue to slay. Well guys, it's time for another skill level up, and this one is not going to be a level 50, so we're breaking the trend a little bit. Let's cook one more salmon, level 60 cooking. So last night I worked quite a bit on fishing, got fishing up to 60, just cooking, well, fishing trout and salmon. Because I do want to get up to 62 cooking so I can do Swan Song. I also need 2 more magic levels, so I just need 66 mage and 62 cooking, and that's everything I need for Swan Song. And I decided to cook it all because I'm running really low on food, so I'll probably get like 1 more cooking level from cooking the rest of my salmon, and then I'll move on to DG, because I want to get DG up to 50, and I really need a scroll of life as well for farming. So I've been woodcutting for quite a while. I have been at these maple trees, unfortunately, but I do get 60 woodcutting here, which is pretty sweet. I can chop yew trees. I'm not going to because they're very slow. The reason why I'm chopping maples, even though they are quite a bit slower than chopping the willows, at least in terms of woodcutting XP, is because they're just much better fletching and fire making XP. So I'm gonna have to stick with these for a long time. Eventually, hopefully, I will unlock my kingdom from miscellaneous, and then I'll be able to get maple logs a lot easier that way. But for now, I will be here. But I got that 60 woodcut out of the way. Now it's finally time to do some dungeoneering. So I've spent a couple hours DGing. A couple hours, it shouldn't have taken that long, but solo DG is awful, especially when your weapon is a level 40 weapon, and the monsters are typically pretty high level, and they're difficult to hit, but we got through it, and I managed to get myself 50 DG, and that is pretty awesome. I'm also going to finish up this last DG, which is the last one before I reset, and then I will also be making my first purchase. Okay, Clockwork Syringe unlocked. That's a quest I'll probably be doing. Doesn't look like I unlocked a whole bunch of cool stuff other than 3 bound items, which might help out a little bit, even though I don't have any great armor yet. Okay, I'm finishing up my last dungeon here, and hopefully, what are these, the fairy arrows? Oh, I actually might want to bind those, because those are the level of range that I'm at the moment, and maybe I can make myself a short bow. Long bow, not so much, because it has the armor and doesn't do as much damage, but I should have enough Dungeoneering tokens after this floor to make my first purchase. Actually, I do want to leave. I pressed no by accident, and that makes me up to floor 25, and I have to reset after that 50 DG. Pretty decent, I suppose, but let's go try to buy my first thing that I want to buy, and hopefully this isn't really considered a waste of tokens. I know you want to save them up for the chaotics and all, but of course as you level up it gets a lot easier to get those tokens because you just get a lot more per floor. So I do have enough tokens for the thing that I want, 10k. I'm going to buy a scroll of life, which means I will get 10% of my seeds back, which is really handy because seeds are extremely important. And now I can do farm runs again because I haven't been doing farm runs the past couple days, and I have a lot of watermelons to pick and stuff. I have lots of watermelon seeds left, of course, and so that should be tons and tons of farming XP as I go about doing that. So anyway, that's about all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll be back in a few days with another Ironman episode. It might be delayed a little bit though, just because of the bonus XP weekend. I will not be playing on the Ironman at all, so it might take me a bit longer to get the next one out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Farewell.